Alright, so let's get after it. So we're going to start with our 13 right here. And so we're dividing our 13 by 8, obviously, because we can't divide 1. So we hop over to the next place value. So you need to think about how many times can you divide 13 by 8. And obviously, that is 1 time. Now remember when we are doing our multiplication, so we just divided, now we do our multiplication. We take this number over here and we multiply by this number right here. Okay, so that comes out to be 8. Now we do our subtraction. So 13 minus 8 is going to be 5. Then we bring down our 4. And we start back over with our division. Okay, so we take our 54 divided by 8. So why don't you go ahead and try that one on your own real quick. So hopefully you thought about this for a second and realized that 48 is about as close to 54 as you're going to get when multiplying 8. And so we put our 6 right here, and once again we multiply this number times this number and put the answer down here. So we're going to come back over here and I'm going to put my 48 right here. And so we are back at the subtract stage. So why don't you go ahead and work this one out real quick. Alright, so this is going to equal 6. Then once again, because we have a number right over here, we need to bring that down. So this is where quite a few of us have been messing up because we forget to bring down our number over here. So now we have 69 over here. So we're going to divide 69 by our 8 over here. And why don't you go ahead and give that a try. So when we divide 69 by 8, we know that it can go in about 8 times. And so once again, we take our 8 over here, we multiply it by our 8 over here, and put our answer for that down here. And so 8 times 8 is 64. We are back at our subtraction now. And because we don't have anything else to bring down over here, we know that we're going to get a remainder right here. So our remainder is going to get written right up here. So go ahead and do your subtraction. And you'll see that we have 5 left right here. We have a remainder of 5. Alright, so we're going to talk about a different way that you might see some of these problems occasionally. So you'll see right here we have our larger number and our divisor. So this is our dividend and this is our divisor, and our quotient, which remember is our answer, would just go right over here. Now the thing about this is it is not set up for long division, and so you need to know how to draw it into a long division problem. So literally it's just making our little house for it and then putting our divisor in the proper spot and then putting our dividend in the proper spot as well. So you would just put that down here inside the house and then you are ready to rock and roll. So why don't you go ahead and rewrite this problem in the long division format and give it a try. Alright, and so you'll notice that once we have it set up in our normal long division format, it's just the same as any other long division that we do. So you just go through and do your divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down, and you'll see that we end up with just a normal answer as usual of 423. Something to keep in mind when we are doing division like this and we do end up with 0 as our remainder, don't put the R0 up here. It's not needed. And if there's a computer scoring your test, if you put R0, it's going to score you wrong. So don't do it. Alright, so this is another form that you might sometimes see a division problem in. Once again, we have our dividend over here and our divisor right here. They would want your quotient to go right over here. Obviously, we aren't going to do long division with it looking like this, so once again, we just make our little house and we put our number inside it. And then we do our long division just like normal. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give that a try. Alright, why don't you go ahead and check your answer against what your partner got.